Hey guys, so today I am going to be filming this look for you. It is kind of a grungy, I don't know, red fall colors, like smoky look. There's no liner. It's actually fairly easy. I'm even going to use tape for my eyes for people that are messy like me and aren't really good at precision, and you're still gonna look like you got it really precise and kind of effortless. This is a really fun, colorful look, so if you're interested in this and learning how to do it, just keep on watching. Alright, so I obviously don't have anything on my face right now, and I do think I am going to start with my eyes, since my last couple of videos I did like my whole face first and then my eye makeup, and I feel like eyes are the most fun part of any look. So I think I'm gonna go with eyes first. So first I am going to take some Scotch tape, and I haven't done this in a while for any eyeshadow looks, but I think for today's look, since I am planning on using like really pigmented shadows that have some fallout and can be kind of messy, I think I'm going to need this. So I'm just going to take strips about this big and just try to get them as even as possible on both sides. Just kind of, I want them a little lower than if I was gonna do a cat eye with liner. So obviously I want that to be under my eyebrow and laying it down just like that. Now the tricky part is getting it the same angle on the other side. I have been guilty of like doing them a little off, and you can definitely tell when you put the eyeshadow on it if it's off. I think that's relatively even. Obviously my eyebrows are a little different. They're not the exact same. So I think the tape is pretty even. So first things first, I am going to prime with my Bare Minerals Prime Time Eyelid Primer, and I'm just going to take a little bit and put it all over both of my lids. Now I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette and just go into the shade Foxy right here. I was using this WOS color for my like all over eyeshadow base color, and obviously I'm almost out of it, so I'm just going to use Foxy. It's another like really good just cream color. Also, how cute is this? My coworker made me this little mason jar with a little cute little face on it, and I've been using it for my brushes, and it actually makes setting up my table for videos so much easier. I usually have like all my brushes scattered and it takes up a lot of space, and if you have a little organizer like this, it just makes it so much easier. So I'm going to go in to that Foxy shade with this BH Cosmetics brush and just pack this all over my lid. Next, I'm going to go into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette with the same brush and go into this golden ochre shade. And since I am going to primarily use red shadows, I do just want a yellow transition color just to keep it in that warm family. Now for the part that I'm most excited about this video, I've been meaning to include my Sugarpill Pro palette a little more in some of my videos, and this is my absolute favorite palette for any kind of colorful look. I did obviously customize it myself. On the Sugarpill website you can choose 12 of any of the shadows that they normally sell in individual pans, and just then you get the palette for free. So I'm going to go in with this orange shadow. It is called Flamepoint, and I'm just going to take that on this Real Techniques 203 brush. I don't know why I always forget the name of this brush or the number of this brush when I use it all the time. And just place that over where I put the golden ochre shade. Now I'm going to go into this cherry red shade. It is called Love Plus, and I am going to pack that all over my lid. Alright, now I am going to dip into just a tiny bit of this red ochre shade from my Modern Renaissance palette, and just kind of put it on the edges a little bit near where the tape is. Not too much because I do like this vibrant red, just to give it a little bit of an ombre. Alright, now I am going to use a little bit of this glitter from Glitter Elixirs. It is in the shade Mushroom, M-O-O Shroom, and then mix it with some of my MAC mixing medium. And this is actually, I have followed Glitter Elixirs for a really long time, from when she was just an Etsy shop. The owner, Kennedy, is so sweet, and we used to be in communication a lot, like back in the day when I first started my makeup Instagram. We would talk, and she's so sweet, and now she has her own website, Glitter Elixirs. I totally recommend it. They're so affordable, and the colors are so pretty. So it's good value, and she also sells these little tubes, which I've had for forever, and I haven't like gone through any of the glitters. She has like packs of, like, according to colors, like she'll have like a pink colors pack and like red colors. I think I got a pink and red pack a while ago. So that's the shade, and I'm just going to mix a little of the mixing medium on this Morphe brush. And that is obviously why I did my eye makeup before my foundation. Now I'm gonna finally take this tape off and do my lashes. So I'm just going to take this Morphe brush and go into Vermeer for my inner corner highlight, and then Tempera for my brow bone highlight. I I am going to use my Koko lashes in Girl About Town. These are my absolute favorite Koko lashes now. I used to swear by Goddess, and I also really loved Marilyn once I tried them, but now if I ever place another Koko lashes order, which I don't know because they have been like kind of breaking more than I remember them like before. I used to use them like almost as many times as mink lashes. Like they would last a really long time and I would just clean them. But with this order that I made a few weeks ago, I feel like they've been breaking after like 2 or 3 uses, and that's not really worth it to me. They are pricier than drugstore lashes, and I feel like drugstore lashes like the Allure ones have lasted way longer, and if I'm gonna pay more, I might as well just buy mink lashes that I know are gonna last a long time. So some food for thought, but these have lasted me a week now, so I mean maybe these are better and they're beautiful, so I'm just gonna put some Duo lash glue on them and do my mascara. Now I'm gonna go in with my Soap & Glory Thick and Fast mascara. You guys already know this is my absolute favorite. It's so good. I'm about to have to buy a new one because it is getting like really dried out, but making it last as long as I can because thrifty is fun. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes. Moving on to my face, I'm going to go in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is the oil-free pore minimizing. I know they have a bunch of primers that are just called the Photo Finish Foundation Primer. So it's the purple one. I've been using this for a few days and I like it so far. It's really different than my Baby Skin or my Hangover Primer. Those are the last two that I've been using. So it's very different, but I feel like this might be better for my skin type since my skin is really oily. This makes it feel like way more dry, if that makes any sense. So if you have dry skin already, you might not like this, but so far so good. Next is my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is in the shade 128. I always use this. I am thinking about buying the new Rihanna Fenty Pro Filtered foundation because that looks so good and it's pretty reasonably priced for a high-end foundation. I believe it's only 32 or 34, which is not bad, and it looks beautiful and has gotten really good reviews from everyone that I watch on YouTube. So I think I'm gonna pick that up in the next couple weeks and see how I like it. This is just my Real Technique sponge, by the way. Next is my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I also recently got this and I'm obsessed with it. I didn't realize how big this product was. I mean, I knew I had heard, and the sound is so nice. It's like so satisfying. I knew people were talking about how the actual applicator is big, but I didn't realize that the bottle was huge. Like, this is some company's foundation size. I mean, maybe that's a little dramatic, but it's really big. And it smells so good. I can see why everyone's obsessed with it. This is in the shade Light, by the way. Which next time I feel like I'm gonna get a shade darker. It is pretty fair. Not as bad as my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea one that I have. Like, I'm still gonna use this. But I'm so bad about ordering concealers online. I always want to make sure they're light enough for me to contour and, you know, highlight with. But I always end up getting a shade too light. but when this blends out, it actually does not look bad. Now I am going to go in with a little bit of my Jordana pressed powder in the shade 02 Natural. I'm just going to go in with this fluffy e.l.f. brush, and I'm basically just going to put it where I'm about to contour, so basically the backs of my cheeks, cheekbones, and my nose mostly. I am going to bake my face a little bit later, so I don't want too much of this powder, but I can't powder contour just on top of my concealer and foundation, so... Now I'm going to go in with my Essence Sun Club bronzer, just with the same e.l.f. brush, sculpt out my cheekbones a little bit, and then use my trusty angled BH Cosmetics brush to contour my nose. Now I'm going to go into my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette per usual and just do a mixture of these two shades, Shadow Play and Subconscious, and use my same brush to contour my nose a little bit more, and then use this angled BH Cosmetics brush to really carve out my cheekbones. Now I'm going to take my Kat Von D Lock-It Brightening Powder in the color Petal. I know I'm not using my Airspun powder. Who is she? I know I don't know her, but I do love this powder and I've had it for a while. Have been scared to use it to bake all over my face because I have seen people just use it under their under eye since it is brightening, and it does have a little more color to it. It's not completely translucent. It does have a soft baby pink color to it, but I have been using it for the past few days, and it's really good for my nose contour, and if you contour your nose, I think baking is the most important part to make it actually look good and come all together, so all the edges are neat and everything like that. So I'm just going to use this all over my face, take it on my Real Technique sponge, and just bake my face. Now I'm just going to brush away the excess with my e.l.f. brush that I used earlier. Before I finish the rest of my face makeup, I am going to go back into my Sugarpill palette and take a combination of Flamepoint and Love Plus onto my Morphe brush and just finish my lower lash line. I am going to go in with another coat of mascara and also blend the sharp edge of my top eyelid. And I did add a little bit of my Round the Clock Bare Minerals eyeliner pencil in the shade Midnight just into my waterline, and it really did darken and vamp things up. Can you tell I'm ready for Halloween and October? I know I was doing like really summery looks up until this week, and now I've been like digging up all of my palettes where I can do like mustards and reds and like dark rusty oranges. But yeah, I'm ready for fall, obviously, so that darkened everything up. Now I'm going to go in with this sleek blush palette. It says Blush by 3 Rekindling palette. I don't know. I got this because I wanted one of the Sleek Cosmetics. If you are familiar with like anything that's like trendy with makeup or have been keeping up with it for a while, you would know that their sleek highlighting palettes have been so popular. So I got the Cleopatra's Kiss one. I'm not going to use that in this video, but I'll probably use it in my next one. And Ulta had a sale that if you bought like one of the sleek palettes, you would get the other one half off. So I just grabbed this one since I needed more blushes, and these are all like peachy tones. I've used it a couple times so far and it's okay. I wasn't expecting the middle shade to be a cream blush, and I'm not a fan of that. It's really like, I don't know if you can see this, but it's really like lip glossy. It's like super shiny. It's not, would not like dry matte on the skin. It would be like super glossy. So I'm just going to go in with this darkest orange shade right here and use my Angled BH Cosmetics brush that I use for contouring. That definitely made me look more alive. I was looking kind of like a zombie with my pale skin and this really dark eye look. So I'm happy I added that color. Next, I'm gonna dig into this Laura Geller Baked Gelato, I can't talk today, Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator palette, and I've been wanting to try Laura Geller Gilded Honey for forever, and a few weeks ago I saw this palette. It has 3 shades, Ballerina, Gilded Honey, and Peach Glow on Ulta, and it was around, I want to say $36, which honestly I was like, that's a pretty good value. One of their highlighters is like $32, I want to say. Obviously they're going to be a little smaller, but I've never gone through a highlight, and this way I thought it would be good to test out a few shades, and then if I actually did go through it, if it was a really small amount, then I would just buy the bigger size because I would know what I liked. And a couple of days ago when I placed my Ulta order, I saw that it went down to like $19, which is such a good deal. I feel like this palette has been around for a while, but I've never tried any Laura Geller highlighters. So it was really good for me. So far I've used all 3 of them. Gilded Honey has definitely been my favorite, like no surprise, that's everyone's favorite. I used Peach Glow yesterday and it was a really good like nose highlight, but on my cheeks it looked a little too silvery for my liking. And I also used Ballerina, and that one I really liked as well. So I think I'm gonna go in with Gilded Honey just because it is the warmest shade. I will say that I feel like you have to add a little bit of setting spray to your brush. I think these might be highlighters that you have to use with like a dense brush, which is why it comes with like this sponge thing. I don't really like that sponge thing, so I'm just going to put some of my Urban Decay setting spray on my favorite Morphe fan brush and see if that works better. Picking up the product. I just love the soft gold color without it being too dark for my skin. I feel like a lot of golds like don't look that good on me because I'm a neutral skin tone, and I feel like those are like better for warmer golden skin tones, but I don't like silvery highlights. Now I'm just going to set everything with the Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Spray that I mentioned before. Now to finish things off, I am going to go in with my Tarte Lip Surgeons Natural Matte Lip Tint in the shade Exposed. I've had this for forever, and I do, this is like my go-to when I want something moisturizing and neutral. I think it is a really good color, and it also has like a minty taste, which I love. I love everything that's mint, so it's kind of perfect. Alright you guys, and that is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed it. It is something a little different. I know this isn't like an everyday wearable look, but I am not going to post looks like that every single time on my channel. I think that's pretty boring. I mean, of course I'm gonna do them, but these are the kind of looks that I enjoy the most. Things that I can be artistic with and use a lot of color and glitter. Like, what girl doesn't love glitter? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments what you think about it and what kind of videos you guys want to see in the future. I am planning to film pretty often. I'm trying to at least once a week. I want to do like 2 to 3 times a week, but I am still learning my editing software and it has taken me a long time. So just let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!